finally got some snow. We're officially in the time where the air hurts your face.
Yeah, we got snow, but also it's like 5 degrees out, which that's okay. We get to have some fun, but it's cold. And yeah, apparently Justin just decided, hey, I really want to ride that winter sled, so.
Oh yeah, he found the ice patch.
All right, got some pretty good donuts going.
Looks like he just doesn't have any traction on that ice.
Now he's trying.
Thing's so quiet.
Oh boy.
Nice, dude. Now that looked like fun, but imagine if you could do hole shots like that on the ice too.
You're pretty wild.
Yeah. Now that looked like a lot of fun, but I think you want some traction on the ice.
Yeah, especially you could tell that if you had to stop, you're not gonna.
Right.
So.
Yeah, let's fix it.
Okay.
Justin made it.
What are you doing?
Well, it's cold outside, so I figured let's drive everything, you know?
Makes sense. I heard tell that you didn't have enough traction on the old Indy XC 850.
Yeah, you know, you get down to the dirt, there's traction, but when it's frozen ground and ice,
No good.
not good enough.
No good. Listen, we got the solution. Woody's Traction coming in big for us here. We're trying to get this sled dialed for the winner of this challenge. Myself, mostly. Just kidding.
No.
I had to throw it in there, though. So yeah, anyways, Woody's Traction. Turns out they're based only 20 minutes from us. I've been running their stuff forever. We love these guys. Their things are made in the U.S. That's very unique. Right here in Michigan. They've got a focus on quality. It's not the cheapest stuff you're going to get, but rarely is the cheapest stuff what you actually want. So they came in with the full gamut of traction products for our Polaris here. So starting right at the front, we got a fresh set of carbides that go on the bottom of them skis and help this thing turn. Going with 8-inch carbides on this one because we're going to put some more traction in the back end, so we want to be able to turn it. And these are their Maverick Series runners, which means they got this little extra shape in the bar. You got a little concave section in there. You got some more bar hanging down so you can grab that snow and get her to turn a little harder. And then in front of those, we've got these ski protectors. So these are pretty cool. These actually go up in the tip of the ski in this area right here and help protect the ski, because you can already see this is getting some wear on it. These are known for wearing out super fast. So these ski protectors will go right here, protect your ski, and they also actually help make a little flat trail in front of your carbide. Kind of reduces some darting on the trail. So those suckers are going on. And then for me, probably the most exciting thing, we're studding this bad boy up.
Oh yeah.
So we got ourselves 144 gold diggers from Woody's going in the track with some beautiful white painted backers on it, and we're gonna get this thing hooked up. So Mikey's gonna take over and do the actual studding.
Good for you, Mike.
So he'll walk you through the process, but of course we got all the proper tools from these guys too. We got our stud template, so we know where to put the studs, you know, get them all balanced in a nice scratch pattern so we're not wasting our product. They gave us a nice special socket so we're not scratching up our backers. We've got our track drill tool to put the holes in the track properly so we're not tearing that up. Even got ourselves a holder for the backside to hold the stud while we're tightening it. So super good stuff. Obviously they have a ton of options, so if you're questioning what stud is right for you per your track, per your sled, how long the stud should be, like that's a huge conversation, gets very complex. So go to woodystraction.com for that. They've got guides for all of that, can walk you through the stud selection. And Mikey here will show you how to put them in.
Let's do it.
So what we have is a 137-inch track. We're using single backers, and we're doing 144 of them. We want all our studs in the middle. So this is our pattern right here, and it tells us to mark all O's, B's, and X's. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and we're gonna pop out all these little O's, B's, and X's. The template will lay right on the track, and then Mike will go through and mark all the holes all the way around. Typically we just use like a paint pen. Whiteout works really good, so start marking this track, buddy. Yeah, so, okay, we're getting our template here. You can see how the template works. It literally lays right on your track. You have your open holes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and with a paint pen or some whiteout, just dot all these holes, and then we're gonna mark the entire track. So when we get around to the end, we make sure we're in the right place and the pattern is proper before we go drilling holes in it. So Mike and I will finish popping the template.
Yeah, you'd hate to start popping studs in this and then not mark them out and find out you're doing it wrong. So
yeah,
make sure you mark and rotate it and check
missed
it
a
all.
row or used the wrong pattern or something. You don't want to do that. These tracks are expensive. So mark it all first, make sure it looks good, and then we'll start drilling.
Man, this template seems like it makes it pretty easy.
This is pretty awesome.
Like, I would not want to just do that freehand.
No.
And there's a science to it as well. You know, you imagine as your track's spinning, you don't want all your studs in a row because they're cutting a little groove, so the next stud doesn't have anything to catch, right? So this is set up to create as many scratch line as possible, spread your studs out without getting them too close to the edges, etc. So definitely want to use the template.
Big mountain power, dude. That's what it's all
What is
about.
Justin doing?
Tell him. Tell him what you're doing.
I'm studding up these tires. So what we got here is, it's called the Twist Attack. And they got a carbide tip on them. So it's not like the regular ones that you just run on anything other than ice and they're completely junk. So hopefully I'll put these in here and then this thing will have all kinds of traction.
Those are pretty awesome.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey.
All right, so we're just getting in here and we're gonna start marking these out so we can actually have the pattern from when we start putting the studs in. So as Doug said before, man, it's this simple, just like little marks, just kind of go through the circle just to kind of get an idea where they're gonna lay and go.
Mark or Mike? You already missed one, dude.
Oh, my bad. I was getting too far ahead of myself, man, too far.
The pressure of being on video is high.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't believe it, but it's actually like, it's easy to get nervous.
I also just spent like 9 days not being here in Florida, so I've just completely forgot what I've been doing.
He's lost his touch.
Discombobulated. He hasn't slept either, so.
Yeah, that's why I like to try and record Mike without him knowing.
If you guys ever want to lose your mind, just drive like 20 hours straight to Florida and back. It's crazy.
That's too far.
So, Mike, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Why are we doing this in the first place? Why are
So-
we putting studs in?
As Doug said in the beginning, it's all about helping with traction. But honestly, studs are a lot more than a reason than just actually getting a hookup with your snowmobile or traction when you're out riding. It's actually a really big safety thing as well. Like studs will help you, like if you get in icy corners, you know, able to brake a little easier and stuff, or we have the ability to stop if you get into an emergency. They help in a lot of spots too. People will believe, but like, you know, I've been stuck on my sled before. You hit a piece of concrete, you know, you cross a road or something, your sled's still on ice, you get stuck. Studs kind of get down, get that little extra bite to get you across. And they honestly help loading in the trailer too. If you don't have a large ramp, you're kind of going up a steep, short ramp, he says you can go a little slower instead of having momentum. They just basically just help with traction overall in every scenario, so.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is braking, because I've gotten into some situations on a snowmobile before where I hit a patch of ice and had no studs and just couldn't stop.
Oh yeah.
And that's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
You know, they also help with the track wear too, because I mean the track will wear out like a tire around ice or, you know, asphalt riding on the street or something. Studs help with that. I mean, they help with a lot, honestly.
Or like when you do donuts out on the ice, you know, they keep that track in good shape. Justin.
I only did it because I didn't have a traction.
Now that I'm hoping I've done this right, which it seems correct because I pull this off, everything lines up. I didn't overlap either direction, so I must have marked the holes out right. So at this point, we'll grab our drill and our nice Woody's little bit for drilling holes in this, and I'll show you real quick how this kind of tool works, and we'll keep moving forward.
So the first hole that you drill is going to take the longest.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's a little trick. When you guys do this, you can sit here and do this like this, but as you're going, if you mark this out first and then do all the holes before you start loading these studs, when this bit starts going through the process, it'll start getting warmer. It actually makes it a little easier to cut into these holes. So our way of liking to do it, or at least my own personal way, is mark the holes, then drill all the holes, and then load your studs, because then the bit will stay nice and hot and hopefully cut a little easier. So we'll just start getting these holes done and knock it out.
Sounds good, man.
Okay, one thing I want to touch on, if you go and you get too close to these wheels when you're drilling your holes, you're going to end up with a bunch of these little holes in your wheels.
How do you know that?
Don't ask me how I know that. Just make sure that you know what's behind the hole you're drilling before you drill your hole.
That's a great tip.
I really want the story behind that.
Dad, I need new wheels on my snowmobile.
We're getting to the point where we're ready to load these things in, so we'll just show you real quick the process of setting one of these up, and then you guys can do it yourself at home. So make sure, like I said, make sure all these are cleaned off the back. None are mine, 'cause you don't see a couple stay on there, so you don't want to pinch anything behind it. You just go through, you're gonna load your stud through like that. Place your backer, taller aluminum nut. So for this first part, obviously bringing it down, you can bring it down, you can see it starts to snug up, but there's still a little bit of a gap on the back because it has a tiny little shoulder as it pulls through, so it keeps it nice and tight. So what we're going to end up doing is going just real slow for a minute. Take a socket, don't go far, we're just going to get to the point where I can bring the back of the stud to touch the track, and then we'll tighten it down with a torque wrench. So we pull it in. Okay, so now it's touching the backside on the track. 22 foot-pounds.
You're telling me you're going to do this 144 times?
Yeah, that's what they say.
There it is.
And that's it, man.
One down, 143 to go.
Yep, and so like I said, that kind of helps you get to the point where you don't have to hopefully worry about it loosening up. You can check them again later if you need to, but that's so you don't over tighten them too hard and they're in place tight enough.
Neat.
I'll be here for a bit. See you guys later.
Well, while Mike's hard at work over here, Steve's got the old carbide
Oh
out.
yeah, take a look at these things. So these things are basically brand new, but we're changing them anyway because they honestly suck.
Why?
For one, the standard. So these all these carbides come in different lengths. So this is a little shorty right here. I don't know what that's probably 4 inches, I suppose. Mm-hmm. And this one, maybe 8 inches. It looks like.
Yep.
Then also for the snow, this bar has a different shape in it. So this U shape actually sits down in the snow and can help. Where this round shape, you know, it just kind of rolls over top the snow. It doesn't
Basic
do
plain round bar.
Yeah. And these carbides they even have a little, like, seemingly a hard insert here to help you bounce over stuff because it's the front,
Yeah, interesting.
which is pretty rad. And then when they're making these, pretty cool fact about these things, each one of these is taken by hand and adjusted like in an arbor press to make sure it just slides up into the ski really nicely so you're not struggling, because sometimes these studs can be on an angle and you really have to hammer them through to get them into the ski. So if you have to do this off on the trail or something, super easy.
Yeah, their quality control was pretty nuts. We toured their factory, by the way, and like they've got, 3 or 4 guys working 8-hour shifts just checking every single carbide by hand.
Putting hands on them all.
Pretty nuts.
That shocked me when we saw that, honestly. That was cool.
Ski savers. How do they work?
All right, they're not too bad to put on. Actually comes with a couple drill templates here. Got the small one that's going to go on the top of our ski. We'll drill one hole there, and then this longer one, we'll flip the ski over, put on the bottom, drill our second hole. So this tab just kind of pokes up to the first hole, and we swing them up, and we can bolt them through here, and just be ready to go.
there she is. Skis are done, upgraded.
Super easy. Now we got some more traction up front to match the traction in the rear. Got a little insurance policy with those ski savers. Should be good to go for a long time now.
Yeah, it looked like it was super easy.
Yeah, that was no time at all. Less than 5 minutes for the ski after I actually read the instructions.
Mike, are you done yet?
Hey man, almost. You know, just 90 deep. Well, like, 54 or something like that to go.
Somewhat.
I mean, here's the thing. It takes a long time, and I get it. It's frustrating, but luckily you only have to do it like once per track, and I'm sure this track will go thousands upon thousands of miles now, so we'll be good. Be worth it.
Mike pinched his hand earlier.
I did.
And I thought he was gonna pinch me.
If anybody has a swivel head socket wrench, torque wrench, anything, you'll understand my pain. I'm sure somebody else has done that, and I had a moment. It's okay, we're past it.
So how do you know it's never blown a chain case before?
Since I've owned it.
Whoa.
142.
You're almost to the end. Don't mess up.
143. Woo! 144. There it is. Nice work, Mike.
Would you look at that, man? That took a while. Thanks, Matt, for also helping me halfway through, because it takes a while to get this done, and
No,
hopefully
it was mostly you.
Worthwhile to do it right, though. Just look at that. Looks
Yeah,
good.
it's so cool looking.
Good
So,
job, boys. Thanks for studding up my sled.
I think there's only one thing left to do.
I don't know about that. Yeah, let Justin rip it.
Justin rip it again, yeah. Or somebody rip it.
For science, you got to keep, same rider.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Control.
control, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head out to the field. And we're back. Look at this thing. So satisfying to see it out here and working better.
Yeah, no, it's working really good now.
Let's just see Justin test her out.
See how she does.
Whoa!
Hang on to her, Justin.
Oh, look at how it stops. That's way, way better. He can't do donuts anymore. Dang it. Oh, I can almost pull the skis on the ice now. You can tell the front end bite is a lot better too. Look at that. That's awesome. That's gonna make that thing so much fun for whoever wins it.
Justin's acting like he already won it.
Yeah, seriously. Well, what do you think?
There's a lot more traction there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna spin around anymore. And even just like out here in the field, just with this difference we made to the skis, it wants to hook and go. I don't know if you saw over there. I almost hit the ejecto button on that one.
Oh yeah.
We saw.
Like the skis grab way better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
really,
like it.
really surprised by that. I didn't see the skis making that much of a difference. Like, I knew the track just wouldn't slide on the ice anymore, and it doesn't, but the skis really help too. So definitely thank you guys for doing this to my new snowmobile when I win this here in a little while, but
Yeah, this isn't, no.
I'm really happy with it now.
That ain't gonna be yours.
But you let me ride with you?
Yeah,
All right, I'm okay with that.
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's it for this video.
All right, well, thank you guys for doing all the work.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, I'll be out here all day.
Yeah, Mike really set you up.
Hey, it's just a fun sled. You got snow finally. It's not a ton, but it's enough to play around. So we, hopefully you guys learned a few things. I know a lot of people already kind of done this, been into it, but if you haven't, or maybe you've never even snowmobiled, you kind of learned a little something new today. So,
Well, thank you guys for watching.
yep, we'll catch you guys next time.
Hey, peace out.
Oh! Saved it.